Mr. Vandenberg!
What are you doing?
Murder is a matter of motive and opportunity, yes? Evidently, you're stupid enough to believe I was sufficiently motivated. But let us now test your little theory and see if I had opportunity. Where the hell is that boy? Probably got stuck in a pile of his father's money. Mr. Vandenberg!
If you had an alibi, Mr. Edison, you would have told me by now.
I didn't expect to be accused.
All right. Where were you when Mr. Tesla was killed?
I was alone in my room.
Not a very good alibi, is it?
I don't remember hearing yours. Maybe you killed him.
Hello? What's going on?
Tell him what you told me. About what you heard. You heard a woman. Tell him.
Well, a few minutes before you arrived, I heard something.
What?
Someone, a woman's voice, arguing with Tesla. It must have been moments before he was murdered.
A woman's voice? Whose voice?
I don't know. I was upstairs in my room and the storm was too loud to hear what they were up in arms about.
At that time, there was only one woman in this house.
You think she killed him?
Mademoiselle? Miss Bernard?
Oh, she seems pleasant enough. But they say she used to be a whitetail.
I'm afraid your American slang is lost on me, Mr. Edison.
Well, that's probably for the best. Just remember, she's an actress. She lies for a living.
Bonsoir, gentlemen. Have the police arrived?
No, not yet. Would you please come to the dining room, mademoiselle?
I'm not sure I can entertain all three of you at once.
Just me, Miss Bernard.
I suppose that'll do. Ooh la 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 la. You all look very serious.
A man did just die here.
But the show must go on, no?
Wait. I know what happened. There's a second lock on that door.
Shall we?
Yes. If you want to open it, you must turn off the voltage regulator for the whole house.
Mr. Vandenberg, don't wander off too far. I intend to speak to you next. Gentlemen. So you're famous, Miss Bernard.
You flatter me, Monsieur Gustave. But an actor does not seek fame. We seek only truth.
Then we have one thing in common. By the way, Mr. Vandenberg says he heard you shouting at Mr. Tesla at the front door, moments before he was murdered.
then Monsieur Vanderberg is a liar.
Really?
The butler let me in, not Tesla. He showed me to my room, and there I stayed until you arrived.
Well, if it wasn't you that was shouting at Mr. Tesla, then who?
I don't know. Perhaps we should have a séance and ask him.
Why did Tesla invite you here?
Just because you're handsome does not mean I will give up my secrets so fast.
I am an officer of the law. This will go as fast as I want it to.
But you'll get so much deeper if you go slow. Let's play a game together, huh?
I'm not interested in games.
But you are interested in the truth. In this game, we'll take turns. You answer my question, and then I will answer yours. This way we both get what we want.
Go on.
Do you like me?
Doesn't everybody?
I only care if you do.
Why would you care?
Is that your question?
We.
Because if the most dangerous man in the house likes me, then I'm not in any danger. Do you like me?
Doesn't everybody?
I only care if you do.
Why would you care?
Is that your question?
We.
Because if the most dangerous man in the house likes me, then I'm not in any danger.
Oh, I'm not dangerous.
Oh, what a pity. My turn. Monsieur Detective. Is there such thing as a mystery that cannot be solved?
2 men on a roof. One fell off. There was no way of proving whether he was pushed or he jumped.
The perfect crime.
My turn. I think you came here because Mr. Tesla told you he could make your mistake undone. What was that mistake?
I made no mistake.
No?
No. Somehow, Tesla knew a secret that I never told another living soul. I didn't want him dead. I wanted to know how he knew. What's this?
Belongs to the man I called outside. Something is burning. Stay here.
His name is Victor Mondi.
I, Nikola Tesla,
Tesla's will.
a resident of the state of New York, do hereby declare this to be my last will and testament. You son of a bitch! What I did! This is my compensation! You know my circumstances. If I had known you were so heartless, I would have done something much worse than murder you.
I intend to, but not...
Go. Mr. Tesla did not want you here.
Well, he's dead, so you can drop the act.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Have it your way. The lock. The door, he changed the lock. I want the new combination.
What door?
The door. You know the one I mean. And if you don't give me the combination, I'll tell everyone the truth about you.
Madam, we have never met before, eh? I think perhaps you have me confused with someone.
The detective and I found Tesla dead. Then you showed up right there and then he asked you, besides us three, how many people are there in this house? Do you remember what you said?
No.
You said 4. 4 other people, which is strange because at that point you didn't know Tesla was dead because we hadn't told you yet. Which means you should have said 5.
It was just a mistake.
Maybe. Maybe you miscounted. Or perhaps you knew he was dead because you killed him yourself.
Madam, that is absolutely untrue.
Or perhaps there's another explanation. You could see he was dead. Because you're not blind at all. Are you?
Madam, I assure you, I have been blind my whole life.
Tesla may be dead. But if people found out you lied to get your position here, they'll send you back to where you came from. Back into chains.
I am blind.
There's enough suffering in this world already. I'd hate for you to be dragged back into your old life. I imagine it wasn't very nice.
But, madam, I am blind.
You're blind.
Yes, madam.
Very well. Then you're no use to me.
No.
There you are. Give me the combination.
I didn't see it clearly. He was always in the way.
Tell me.
One, 7, 1945.
Mr. Vanderberg!
You've saved a very important life today. Believe me. Just make sure no one gets into the basement until I'm done. Why keep the secrets of a dead man anyway?
Because that is what a good man should do.
Stuck in a pile of his father's money. Mr. Vanderberg!
And was Tesla a good man to you?
Mr. Edison, you would have told me by now.
Those marks on your hands. I know what they are.
Where were you when Mr. Tesla was killed?
I was alone in my room.
Not a very good room.
I don't remember hearing yours.
Out of my way.
Where are you
I'm
going?
going to tell everyone the truth about you.
No, why?
You knew the door wouldn't open. You lied to me. I'm not to be trifled with.
Wait. I know what happened. There's a second lock on that door.
A second lock?
Yes, it is electromagnetic.
What does that mean?
If you want to open it, you must turn off the voltage regulator for the whole house.
Where's the switch?
Outside. Go out the front door. Turn right.
I may be a fool, but I'm not foolish. The second I go outside, you tell the detective I'm trying to escape and he shoots me.
But, madam, you can trust me. I swear.
I can trust the man who's been lying to every single person here. No, you're going outside.
I do hope I'm not interrupting.
Not at all, sir.
So you were just standing here in total silence.
No, sir.
I was just thinking about you, Mr. Swan. About how you have the access to all the food and drink in this house.
Are you hungry? I could prepare a supper.
No, I'm not hungry. Just curious. I don't believe we've met. I'm the Thomas Edison. And you?
My name is Flora White.
Miss or Mrs.?
I suppose I'm...
Sounds complicated. So, did you know him well?
Who?
Tesla. Who else?
I'm not sure one ever knows a man like him.
And you two? You know each other?
For Mr. Tesla at different times.
You worked for him as well. How interesting. I thought there was only one person here carrying out Tesla's orders. He didn't like me much, did he, Mr. Swan?
I am sure I don't know, sir.
I'm sure you don't. Let's drink a little house whiskey. A toast. To Tesla.
I don't care for the test, sir.
Is that right?
Yes, sir. It's the truth.
Stop. I want to see him drink first. Drink. To your master.
I would prefer not.
You'd prefer not.
What are you doing? Stop it!
Drink it, you son of a bitch! I know exactly what you did, you pigeon-littered little wretch, but you can't kill me!
I didn't do anything!
It was Tesla's final wish, wasn't it? I want to hear you say it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The whiskey, upstairs. You poisoned it.
No. That wasn't me.
Then who was it?
I'm not at liberty to say.
The hell you're not.
Who was it?
It was another guest.
Which other guest?
I cannot say, sir.
So you're in cahoots with them?
The whiskey was not meant for you. The person who put the poison in there intended to drink it themselves.
What are you talking about?
They were going to commit suicide.
Kill themselves? Why? Who?
the person in question had a change of heart. I don't think they would want me to mention their name. It's a private matter.
But what if the person wanted to kill themselves out of guilt for murdering Tesla? Then we have a right to...
No, that was not the reason. I am quite certain of that.
Then what was the reason?
Old pain from an old wound.
Hogwash! I don't believe a word of this.
Smoke!
If you didn't do it, I demand to know who poisoned my drink!
You wait right here. I'll be back.
Son of a bitch! This is what I did!
Don't call me in such a manner.
Stupid.
I do hope you didn't murder the detective. I rather liked him.
Not that it's any of your business, but he let me go. Most people are afraid to be alone with me.
I like dangerous men. They tend to like me.
I can see why.
Wait. Why do I feel like we know each other?
Perhaps you haven't a memory of the future.
That's a high idea for a low man.
A low man.
That's how you seem.
I get the feeling that most people in this house aren't what they seem. Thought I'd join the club.
Were you in my room? Why were you in my room? Monsieur!
I was making a mistake.
A mistake?
Look, I'm not stupid. You don't like dangerous men. No one does. But I came up here hoping you might. But the truth is, a woman like you wants to get into the veins of all the men in the house. Tell them what they want to hear, and then when the killer does step into the light, all those infatuated men will protect you. I think you find safety in their adoration. I don't begrudge you. I just ain't gonna fall for it, that's all.
You are an insightful man.
Yeah, it's because I find my safety in their fear. I don't have your looks, you see.
So this is not the real you?
Oh, I'm everything I say I am. I just don't want to kill everyone I meet. I think that'd be nagging.
So, we are both acting then, huh?
Or lying. What's the difference?
An actor can be trusted.
All the world's a stage and all the men and women merely players.
You know Shakespeare?
If I profane with my unworthiest hand this holy shrine, gentle fine as this, my lips two blushing pilgrims ready stand to smooth that rough touch with a
Good pilgrim. You do wrong your hand too much, which mannerly devotion shows in this. For saints have hands that pilgrims' hands do touch, and palm to palm is holy palmer's kiss.
have no saints' lips and holy palmers too.
Aye, pilgrim, lips that they must use in prayer.
Oh, then, dear saint, let lips do what hands do. They pray, grant thou lest faith turn to despair.
Saints do not move, though grant for prayer's sake.
Then move not, while my prayer's effect I take. Do they kiss now?
Yes.
Thus from my lips by yours are sinners purged.
How did this happen?
Just good luck, I suppose. You've lost someone, haven't you? I can tell.
Yes.
Man?
No.
Husband?
Mademoiselle? Miss Bernard?
I will be back.
Who'd you lose? So this is your plan. The love of a good woman. Yeah. I can see how that would change me. I like your taste.
I suppose that'll do.
You gonna ask me if I killed him?
Well, I think that would be terribly gauche of me.
Gauche? I suppose that's a gentleman's word, is it?
That's kind of you to say so.
What's that?
It's, a spirit radio.
And what does a spirit radio do?
Well, Tesla said it was a means of contacting the dead, but you'd be a fool to believe that.
So why are you carrying it about, then?
Well, it's a fine machine. And I appreciate the fine things in life.
I know you do.
I'm sorry?
William Turner.
William Turner.
He was an artist. He painted ships alone at sea, each of them at the mercy of a great storm. I know how those ships feel. And when he died, and I was in the clink, I sent a man with all my money to buy me one of his drawings. I couldn't afford one of his paintings. I just wanted something small. And at that same auction, another man, a rich gentleman, he swarmed in and snapped up every single item for himself. Cost him $500,000, so they say. Snatched it all out of reach.
William Turner didn't leave a will. Any man to do what I did. And if it's any consolation, my father called it a waste of family money. He doesn't much care for art. Perhaps if another man, like say Mr. Edison, had died, and I bought up his estate, perhaps he'd be more grateful.
Am I to care what makes your father grateful?
No. I suppose not.
I've pulled a man's throat out for less than what you did. But no hard feelings, eh?
Would you excuse me? I don't feel very well.
Manners maketh the man, young Mr. Vanderberg. You gave me a sign. You gave me a wonderful gift. But men like him, they take away gifts like that from me. They've done it all my life. So maybe, just maybe, you don't want me to throw this away. How the hell does this work?
Yeah. I know how you feel.
You look guilty.
Why do you say that?
Calm yourself. Do you know that's when he died?
What's...
Gentlemen.
Here. Oh, I thought Mr. Swan was in here.
Flora. Did you find anything?
No, nothing.
Why did you want to know where the butler is?
I was hungry. What about Victor Mundy? I thought he did it.
I'm going to talk to everybody.
Why did you lie about being a detective?
I didn't lie.
You didn't tell the truth.
All that matters is bringing this killer to justice.
I have a right to know who I'm stuck in this house with. Why did you say you weren't a detective?
Because a real detective doesn't make mistakes.
Everybody makes mistakes. You look like you could use a drink. I know where Tesla keeps the good wit.
No. No, there's work to be done.
So who do you think killed Mr. Tesla?
It's a little early for that. But I have my suspicions.
Who?
Mr. Edison!
You think it was Edison?
Go.
I'll check the rest of the house.
Inventive detective, not a...
House. And if you...
What are you doing?
Day.
Mademoiselle? Mademoiselle?
No!
Miss Bernard?
Lying son of a bitch!
Miss Bernard?
Lying son of a bitch! Open. Open. You lied to me. I'm not...
What's going on?
Somebody was trying to burn this document.
Well, it certainly wasn't me. I was downstairs. What is it? What does it say? For goodness sake, man, what does it say?
It says other death.
What does that mean, other death? What other death?
Indeed.
It could be instructions for the killer.
No, this is Tesla's handwriting. Did you happen to see anybody else come up here?
No. No one but you. You smelled that burning from downstairs?
I did.
You've quite a nose.
Here.
About poisoned it.
Mais
So maybe.
Poison my...
What does that mean, other death? What other death?
Well,
Detective, I wish to be honest with you.
oh, I thought you were honest all along.
I know who killed Tesla.
Who?
Victor Mondi.
And you know this exactly how?
I just know.
You have to do a little better than that.
Why else would he run away?
Remind me, what was your alibi?
Somehow, Tesla Us working girls never forget a face.
What's this about?
Us working girls never forget a face. Even we ain't worked in years. I remember that night. You took me off the street in Whitechapel all the way up to that fancy hotel room. And then... nothing. You didn't touch me.
Why are we talking about this?
Because I know why we didn't do anything. You're trying to fix yourself. Trying to teach yourself to like girls. Can't learn that, can ya?
What do you want? Do you want money?
No! Just tell the detective you didn't hear my voice. It wasn't me.
And if I refuse?
I wonder, does Daddy know about your little secret?
What about you? Do you like hiding the real you under that shell?
You wait out there. I'll call you. Au revoir, monsieur. Au revoir.
Than that.
Why else would he run away?
Remind me, what was your alibi?
You can't seriously believe what Vanderberg said about me. The spoiled little nouveau riche. Call him in here. If I am to be accused, I want to hear him say it to my face. Monsieur Vanderberg! Monsieur Vanderberg!
Well, I certainly seem to be at people's beck and call this evening.
You told Monsieur Gustave that you heard my voice right before Tesla was murdered.
Not exactly. I said I heard a voice.
No, you said you heard a woman's voice.
I was the only woman in the house. That is an accusation.
I can't be sure that it was a woman.
May I remind you that you told me quite plainly that you heard a woman arguing with Mr. Tesla moments before I found him dead.
I wasn't being entirely truthful.
Then be truthful now.
It wasn't a woman.
Why would you say it was?
Mr. Edison is a very passionate man.
So?
Passionate men are best agreed with when their blood's up. Honestly, I think the voice I heard was a man's.
A man like Victor Mondi.
I don't know.
Mr. Vanderberg, either you were lying then, or you are lying now.
This is the truth now. Maybe somebody else got into the house.
No. Victor Mondi tried to escape. That means he's guilty.
I will decide who's guilty and who's not guilty. How would somebody else have come into the house?
The butler's blind.
Mr. Swan! Get out, both of you.
Never forget.
Tell me, what am I gonna do? Well, I ain't. Yeah. You're famous,
No,
ain't you?
I'm just an engineer.
Yeah, hold on. You're that inventor. Thomas Edison. You come up with a gramophone, didn't you? Which means you know how machines work. Things like this.
Here. I'll be back.
Where the hell do you think you're going?
The kitchen.
That's not what we agreed.
Well, that was before I got hit in the face.
Street in Whitechapel, all the way up to that fancy hotel room.
Go and do what I told you. I have to get inside that room.
I have to do something on this.
My patience is wearing thin. I'll tell them, don't push me.
Push you.
There can't be that many cuts of steak in there. Choose one and get moving.
You should know. There's only so much a man can endure.
Believe me, women are no different. How long are you going to stand there? I said, how long are you going to...
Please! I just want a moment of peace.
I don't have time for this. I've suffered too, you know.
Madam, I don't know you, but I know I would win that contest.
No, you wouldn't.
I had a son. A good boy. God knows I loved him. But I abandoned him, so I could escape the men who called themselves my masters. God knows that too. I ran all the way to America, but even here, even now, you people still all want to control me. But you don't understand. I already have a master. My master is my shame. The shame I feel for leaving my boy. And now I realize I will never be a free man.
No, you said you heard a woman's voice.
So, you tell them whatever you want. You cannot control me anymore.
That you told me quite plainly that you heard a woman arguing with Mr. Tesla moments before I found him dead.
I think I've been trying to force you to help me because I was afraid that if I begged you wouldn't do it. I don't want to control anyone.
Why would you say it was?
I just want to get inside that room.
So?
Mr. Tesla. Promised me some money to start a new life in this country. But he left me nothing.
Mr. Vanderberg, either you were lying then, or you...
There must be a lot of money in that room for you to care so much.
You can keep what's there.
So it's not money.
That means he's guilty.
What is in there?
A chance to make my mistake undone.
It means a lot to you.
It means everything.
I will help you.
Didn't ya? Which means things like this.
Where'd you get that?
I found
I
it.
could have sworn Mr. Vanderberg had one just like it. Where's he?
I'm not his keeper. Maybe he's dead.
Why would you say that?
They're just words. We can say what we like, can't we? Come here. Look, I don't buy it. Actually, that's a lie. I do buy it, but I need you to show me how this works. Now, come here.
I'd rather not lower myself to using Tesla's garbage.
I'd rather you did. Now. Right now.
It's, fairly straightforward. So the detective let you go?
Well, he must have, mustn't he?
I'd rather not lower myself to using Tesla's garbage.
No! Just
Miss Bernhardt.
I've got a treat for you. Come with me.
Mr. Edison, could I borrow you for a moment?
Oh, yes, of course.
Come on in.
Oh, that's quite the pocket watch. May I see it?
It's a spirit radio.
To Mozart.
Really?
Tesla used it to contact the dead. You said you'd lost someone, so I thought, well, you know, we could try it together.
Ma chérie! We are friends, aren't we? Would you like to talk with the dead?
What do you mean?
Don't you want to be alone? With me?
Come on. It's a party. Victor found a contraption that Tesla used to communicate with the dead.
Does it work?
Let's find out together, huh? A seance.
Actually, I was looking for Mr. Swan.
Well, maybe you should go and find him then.
Don't be rude. 3 is the magic number. 1, 2, 3. Please stay. Alors, the number 1 rule of a seance is that no one leaves the circle once we begin. We must stay together for safety. Is there is there someone you wish to speak with in the spirit world? Perhaps the man in your locket?
How do you know about him?
You're a young woman. A long way from England. You wear a wedding ring, yet you're traveling alone. That locket can just be for decoration. Who is he?
My husband.
How did he die?
At war. Saving 10 other men's lives. I'd rather not.
What is his name? What?
I don't want to say.
What's his name?
His name is Richard.
Don't
I have to go.
break the circle. No!
You're hurting me!
Stop. Why don't you want to be alone with me?
Your imagination has run away with you, monsieur. I only thought that
That
maybe
detective.
she...
Did he tell you something bad about me?
He did not even mention you.
You said you lost someone. Who'd you lose?
My mother. She died when I was young.
What was her name?
You know, if this contraption really works, then, shouldn't we call Tesla? Monsieur Tesla! Monsieur Nikola Tesla! If your killer is in this house, speak his name. Speak his name.
It came from in
Flora?
there.
Where is she?
Where is she?
I don't know.
I've got a treat for you. Come with me.
Oh, yes, of course.
Come on in.
That's quite the pocket watch. May I see it?
I
It's a
bought
spirit
it
radio.
belonged to Mozart.
Really?
Tesla used it to contact...
Mr. Edison, could I borrow you for a moment?
Oh, yes, of course. Oh, that's quite the pocket watch. May I see it?
I bought it at auction. Belonged to Mozart.
Really?
Can I show you something?
How may I help you, sir?
Mr. Swan, did you let each of the guests in personally?
Yes, sir. All except for Miss White. She came with you.
Right. And when you opened the door, could somebody else have snuck in behind them? Maybe somebody we don't know about.
I don't know, sir.
Forgive me, Mr. Swan, but why would Tesla pay to have a blind assistant?
To keep his secret safe from prying eyes. And he did not pay me. I work for free. It's what the government says I must do to stay here in America.
That's slavery, what you're describing.
No. I was a slave in Zanzibar. Here, I am an indentured servant. But if people think I killed Mr. Tesla, I will be sent back. I cannot go back.
Mr. Swan, I wouldn't worry. Blind men don't usually get blamed for murder.
Thank you. Please, excuse me. I must turn down the guest rooms.
Of course. Hello?
His name is Richard.
Hello?
He did not even mention you.
Flora.
You know, if this contraction really works, then shouldn't we call Tesla? Monsieur Tesla. Monsieur Nikola Tesla. In this house. Speak his name. Speak his name.
It came from in
Flora?
there.
Where is she?
Where is she?
I don't know.
May I see it?
I bought it at auction. It belonged to Mozart.
Really?
Tesla used it to contact.
Can I show you something?
He said you'd lost someone.
Follow me.
So what is it?
Through here.
My God.
Watch this. That can fly.
That's not possible.
Well, hold on to your hat, because this one is designed to leave our planet entirely. A carriage that can be propelled up into the heavens.
How do you know any of these work?
I am my father's son.
He would have been very proud of you. What's this?
Careful. Don't want any other deaths.
Why would you say that?
Say what?
Other deaths. Why those exact words? Turn out your pockets. Now. Loud enough. No one with a life as perfect as yours would want to kill themselves.
What'd you do that for?
I see what you're doing. You didn't bring me down here to show me all this. You brought me down here to finish what you started. You're the one who tried to kill me.
I brought you down here to see if you could open the lock on that door. A locked door in a secret room.
You're the one who tried to poison me. You're the one who burnt that document. That's how you know what other death means. You wanted me out of the way. So you could take all this for the Vanderbergs. But this is my genius now. Waste not, want not.
somebody we don't know about.